Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Boa tarde, Presidente, senhores, senhores. É grande prazer e una honra para mim estar aqui. Now I shall speak in proper Portuguese. Right, it is a great honour for the Notaries Society of England and Wales to be invited to take part in the exciting CROBECO cross-border e-conveyancing scheme. We are grateful to ELRA and to Mr. Wim Luman and to Her Majesty's Land Registry, Mr. Pitt Lewis and Mr. Alistair Lewis, for making this possible. My name is Sally Osborn, Notary Public from England and Wales, and I'm the Deputy Vice President of the Notaries Society. I'm sorry for those of you who may have heard some of these comments before, but we do like to make it known that there are notaries on our side of the world, and you can please go and tell your friends that you have already seen today 2 notaries, myself and Andrew Johnson. There are indeed other notaries from England and Wales. There are also representatives from the United Kingdom, a special case. We have representatives from Scotland and from, I'm not sure if we have Northern Ireland, but we certainly have Ireland. So please remember that we are a very complicated jurisdiction, but we are very happy to be part of the European family. And that is what it is all about. We are all here because of Europe, and we are delighted that the father of CROBECO and e-conveyancing here, and also that Diana Wallace, the mother of Rome II, was here. Now, we have the mother and the father. Where are the children? I believe that they are the European family of registrars and notaries, and we mustn't be afraid to cooperate. We mustn't be afraid to embrace change. We are here. We would not be here without the European citizens, our clients, and we must embrace the change they want, and we must help them to facilitate cross-border property transactions and make life more legally secure for them in what is one of the most important investments in their life. For those of you who, if you receive a document from an English notary, you want to check that he is a fully insured notary, you may look at www.thenotariesociety.org.uk, and you will only find on that site notaries who are properly registered with insurance. The rights and freedoms, in particular, free movement within the EU guaranteed by the EU treaties, are not always easy to exercise, and ordinary citizens find countless obstacles and bureaucratic difficulties. And this is why we are so happy to be part of the CROBECO and European family. It's particularly fitting in this, the year of the European Year of the Citizen, which is dedicated to ensuring that rights that come with European citizenship can be exercised. And we are very proud to be part of the dialogue and a pilot scheme and a vision of how the EU can be in the future. I'm also just going to briefly remind you about how we work in England. There are approximately 850 notaries in England and Wales. We have specialist training in private international law, European law, notarial practice. Our branch of the legal profession, notaries, is the oldest. We go back many, many years, but the first known Act of Parliament was in 1533. So you can see we are a very ancient practice. Our regulator, you can also check notaries on the regulator's website, is www.facultyoffice.org.uk. And notaries in our jurisdiction have worked for hundreds and hundreds of years with notaries and lawyers all over the world. We are well used to working and using the knowledge of our foreign colleagues to help our own clients. The Halsbury's Laws of England defines a notary public in England and Wales as an officer of the law appointed by the court, whose public office and duty is to draw, attest, or certify under his official seal for use anywhere in the world deeds, documents, including wills, conveyances of real and personal property, powers of attorney, and so on. I also wish to draw to your attention that notaries in my jurisdiction do carry out transactional work, and this is permitted under the Legal Services Act 2007, and notaries are one of the authorized persons permitted to carry out legal activities, which includes land under that act. And so other important things that we can bring to the party, so to speak. We also, like the rest of our European colleagues, take part in preventive justice. We ensure we follow money laundering. We ensure identity. We ensure there is freedom from duress. It is my belief, however, that we do need specialist European notaries, and only a few notaries will be competent to work in this special European thing. And we mustn't be afraid. We must build it. We are all part of Europe, and we must make sure it works for our citizens. As in Portugal, Spain, and Holland, elsewhere, English and Welsh notaries are bound by various rules. We have a lot of rules. I expect you have a lot of rules too. In particular, I'm going to draw your attention to the language rule, because that is very important in the context of the CROBECO transactions. Rule 9 relates to language, and Rule 9.2, a notary may upon request prepare a notarial act in a language other than English if he has sufficient knowledge of the language concerned. And this is where I say we will need specialist speakers. However, fortunately, our rules also provide that you may draw up a notarial document in a foreign language, provided you satisfy yourself as to the meaning, for example, by using translators. Now, in addition, it's very important to remember that language is only part of the story. The other reason that the CROBECO scheme may be popular and may help to stimulate movement in the European property market is that clients like to deal with their own people. Much as they love traveling in Europe, when it comes to legal matters, they do feel more comfortable with someone from their own country. And the added value of the CROBECO scheme, or whatever scheme is ultimately put out in 2020, is that your home lawyer will, using the European family of notaries and registrars and ELRA and help desks and tools, they will be able to get the specialist knowledge. So, for example, a European citizen coming to his home lawyer in England and Wales, his home lawyer will contact, he wants to buy a lovely place in Portugal, and who wouldn't with this lovely country, and the notary in UK will say, right, my Portuguese colleague has informed me we must have a utilisation certificate if it's after 1951. And so the client can go ahead in legal certainty that everything that should be done is there. So, to conclude, we want to build a system that will make sure our clients' purchases are legally secure. I am going to end with the words of a very famous Englishman. Not William Shakespeare, another one. We have at least two. Charles Dickens. Home is a name, a word. It's a strong one, stronger than ever magician ever spoke. And so it is in the spirit of ensuring that the home of every EU citizen is kept strong and legally secure, I hand you back to Andrew Johnson, who will explain some of the challenges and solutions of adapting the CROBECO 1 pilot scheme for use in England and Wales to make it easier for the European citizen by using modern technology for their cross-border transactions. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.